Hello everyone and welcome to Between Plays. Alright, we're going to do this on H20 Innovations. All indications are going to the fact that H20 Innovations is basically in bed with Tesla. Alright, look, it's supposition, it's a guessing game, that's what it is. Let's indicate, to the viewers here why we believe it's so. All right, so basically this is H20 Innovation. This is their site. We are going to get into this in a longer, as you can see, I have a whole bunch of stuff up here. There's a lot of research going in on the company and the direction it's going into. I've been looking at the earnings per share and where they're projected to go. Everything seems to be very positive, but we're talking about reverse osmosis. We're talking about actually very interesting stuff, how they actually began. He's a 26-year-old. He was looking, at maple syrup, and how did they filter that out? You know what I mean? There's like sticky stuff here, and it's all coming out of trees, and there's bacteria, and and that's how they actually began, which is pretty funny, because being from Quebec, maple syrup is like we would say, why didn't we think about this earlier? All right, so anyways, so pretty interesting stuff here. Now, let's go into what we what's happening here. All right, so let's start with this one here. This is in France. This is the Journal du Québec, Journal du Québec, and it says contrat avec Tesla, so contract with Tesla. So basically saying quand l'eau devient de l'or pour H20 Innovations. So when water becomes gold for H20 Innovations, all right? And what it's basically saying here, when I translate it, you're looking at that basically here it's saying that Tesla, Elon Musk, publicly stated that he was going to be making new installations for that Giga factory in Texas, all right? Now, this is coming out of the Journal du Québec. And, basically, H20 Innovation are in Quebec. So that's a big thing right there. So you could call it the local newspaper. This one over here from TVA Nouvelle, which is also huge. It's a French station here in Quebec. This is massive. And it says, contrat avec Tesla. And it's the same thing. It's basically saying contract Tesla, and it's saying the same thing when, water becomes gold. All right. Let's go to on an English one. What we have here is basically the English version of the French, what it say here. So, company water filtration system H20 Innovations seduces giant Tesla, and investment Quebec goes to cash by selling 12 million in shares. Now, I thought that was interesting with the 12 million shares. So I basically looked that up, and it says H20 Innovations is pleased to announce that it has won the engineering part for the largest manufacturer of electric vehicles in the United States. Management revealed in a statement released on January 18th. Now, I guess it might be about timing. Only God knows what happens happen on the inside, because if we go here, okay, so if we go here, you look at H20 Innovation, Insider Investment Quebec sells 4 million shares, okay? Now, it says here that Insider Investment Quebec sold 4 million shares of the business stock in a transaction dated Monday, January 18th. But it's saying that the article was released on January 18th. So is it just, bad luck, bad timing? I don't know. Is it, this is like something you have to try to guess, right? But then it says the shares were sold at an average price of $3 for a total value of, $12 million. I mean, that's really good when you know that this company for the longest time had a, over here, 200-day moving average of $1.58. Now, look, it says here that following the completion of sale, the insider now directly owns, still basically, let's just, average this out to 8 million shares. It's valued right now $23 million. And of course, I'm going to get into all that in other days, because basically what I'm trying to get out is this. Tesla Giga Texas water treatment facility takes form with Canada-based firms contract. So it says here, it appears that Tesla contractor for Giga Texas water treatment facilities has been subtly revealed. All right. In a recent statement, Canadian Water Treatment Solutions provider H20 Innovations Inc. announced that it won an engineering deal on a large capital equipment project for the United States' largest EV manufacturer, which is currently building a factory in Texas. H20 Innovation did not specifically name a client in its announcement, though references to the contract being for the largest electric vehicle maker in the United States suggests that the company in question is Tesla. This, coupled with the hint that the contract requires designing equipment for an EV manufacturing plant in Texas, further suggests that Elon Musk-led firm is H20 Innovations' client. Okay, look, I'm not a rocket scientist like Elon Musk, but come on. They're building a factory. Tesla is building a factory, gigafactory in Texas. H20 indicates it's the largest EV manufacturer in the United States, specifically. And then, then they go even to, in Texas. They point out, as, the article states, right? So who's it going to be, GM? You know what I mean? Look, we're talking about the largest EV manufacturer in the United States. It doesn't, you can say any state in the United States. You can say, the largest manufacturer in the Americas or in the world. And you're still going to go to Tesla, all right? You put 1 plus 1 together and you're looking at H20 Innovations. Now, I'm not going to end it there. All I want to say is this. H20 Innovations in 2019 picked up Genesis, all right, and this has allowed them to grow even more, all right. And I'm going to be talking about all that in my next video. This is just to get out the whole Tesla thing. They, in December, I believe, of 2020, had picked up the award for Water Company of the Year award, okay? DuPont's Water Company of the Year. It's been going on for a while. And, if you read the articles, H20 Innovations, they say it basically it's like winning, the Emmys or something, being, so it's a big thing, right? And when you look at, they're involved in, the desalination plant in United Arab Emirates, which is like 10 times the size of the one in California for desalination. They have this technology. They're able to aid, and they are they are involved in that project over there too. So when you put 1 plus 1 plus 1, you're looking at a growing company. Because why would Tesla take them? Because of they can tailor make, this whole the reverse osmosis stuff and the water filtration systems. So they have something that is unique, or they wouldn't have won the contract just based off of monetary value. The reason why I'm saying that is because, Tesla's got money coming out of the Wahoo, whatever you want to call it. They're basically got a lot of money. And I don't think that the few $1 million, it's just crazy that, you can say that a few $1 million makes absolutely no difference to Tesla. It on all honesty, it doesn't. And think about it. This is all going to be going towards expenses too. So, there's expenses of building the company, building the factory, whatever. The factory is just going to be putting it all in expenses, and, it's going to help with taxes, blah, 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 blah. So, H20 Innovation has something that made Tesla go, Basically, the exposure that this is going to give to H20 Innovation for future contracts, I believe is going to do great. It's going to open a lot of doors. And, I don't know why. I haven't seen any tweets about this. It would be, this would really benefit H20 Innovation. And, the reason why is on a marketing standpoint, everybody knows who Tesla is. Elon Musk, he just, tweets out use Signal, and then the wrong stock is played and goes through the roof. So the exposure that a company has, it's huge. If I owned a company and I'm looking for a company to do some kind of water, something, all right, for water, all right, and I have to look at, all these different companies that exist, because there's comparables out there, all right, and they go for more. The stock is worth more. So basically, which I'll show in the longer one. So basically I'm going, who do I use? The fact that Tesla would take a company and you would have the opportunity of using that same company for something else, it's not like you really have to do the background check. You know what I mean? Tesla doesn't want anything screwing up their plans, especially not a company that's gonna, that doesn't have, that can't produce, that doesn't have that edge, that doesn't have that something. And don't forget, they won Water Company of the Year, overall Water Company of the Year. So, you got to look at what kind of exposure this is going to bring to the company. Where are you going to go from here? I mean, to me, it just, you just ride, this. And I don't mean ride the stock. I'm talking about the company just riding this momentum. Well, you're just going, in completely in the right direction. And just to end it off, I was reading about like the beginnings of the company, the building of the company, all this kind of stuff. And the young guy was like, according to what I've read in an article, which I'll post it up, he's 26 years old. People weren't really taking him seriously because he was young, because he didn't have experience, in this. And starting out with, I guess, you look at someone coming out with like, maple syrup filtration systems and stuff like that. Look, it makes you laugh, but I mean, the guy's, doing business supposedly with Tesla. So, it's just, I think that, maybe the company in the past had, hurdles to go through, but I mean, they're huge. They got the Piedmont, you got, Genesis. They're doing things in United Arabs. They're not a joke. I actually find its history, as a Quebecer, I find its history quite cute. Very homey, because who in Quebec has never had maple syrup? Anyways, guys, so you know what? I'm bullish. I'm bullish on H2O Innovations. What they're doing, what they've done, where they've come from, their mind, their ingenuity, how they started out. When you take all these things and you put all these little things together, you're looking at the building blocks of something great in the future, just like other companies that started out in their garages, So there you go. So bullish on H2O Innovation. Long term for us. Let's go, Tesla, Elon Musk, basically, give them a tweet. Just shout it out. H2O Innovations. It would be a great thing for the company. Market exposure. It's just a great thing. So you know what? Bullish on H2O Innovation, long term. All right, guys. But I will be doing a long video on this, and of course their financials and everything else with it. From what I do know, their financials are actually very strong. So that at least is one thing I can say. All right, guys, bullish. Hello to everyone out there. Just taking 2 seconds of your time and asking you to hit the subscribe and the like button. I'd like to also direct you to betweenplays.com, www.betweenplays.com, where we put up many different articles. We have 3 different writers at the moment, and we're trying to up the authors. And go to our Twitter account for like really quick information at Betweenplays1, and we'll be able to get people to pre-market information and whatever comes along that is important to macroeconomics, microeconomics. As we say here, our motto: research, prepare, plan, execute. Always do your due diligence, and stay strong, everybody. Stay strong.